Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Charlie. If you don't already know me, I have made quite a few videos over on TikTok. I have a page called Grandpa's Book Club if you're not familiar with it and you've just stumbled across this video. But this is my first video on my channel and I thought I would introduce myself and do a little bit of a newbie book tag to fill you guys in on who I am. This page is going to be like a lot about me talking about books, and yeah, that's about it because I love books. So the first few questions, I'm not sure if I'm going to have them all here, but I'll do my best. So the first question is, who are you, where do you live, and why did you start this YouTube channel? So my name is Charlie. I am 21 years old and I am from Melbourne in Australia, in Victoria, and I grew up in Torquay and I still live there now, which is on the Surf Coast on the Great Ocean Road, if you didn't already know that. But yeah, that's where I'm from. That's me. Fun fact is that I am a trained and registered paramedic, which a lot of people don't know about me because they wouldn't expect it. I'm very creative. I love to read and write poetry, and that's what I want to do when I'm grown up. I guess I'm already grown up, but that's the goal eventually, is to become a writer and to fund myself through that. So yeah, that's a fun fact. Why did I start this YouTube channel? I think I started this because TikTok isn't always the nicest place, and I feel like there's a lot of really strong opinions on there, and a lot of the books that are spoken about aren't necessarily my taste. And I love TikTok. I'm not hating on that. I love TikTok so much and the platform it gives. But I feel like Booktube is such a welcoming place, and there's so many people with such similar thoughts and ideas and taste in literature as me. And so I thought this would be a good way to converse with those people and to build a little community of people that I might get along with. So yeah, I just sort of made this space, I think also because I can talk a little bit more in depth about books I love, because TikTok only gives you such a finite period to talk about things. And yeah, so for people who are interested, they can sit and listen to me ramble about a book I love for like a few minutes instead of 30 seconds. The next question is, what are you excited for? I think I'm excited, as I said, to build a community and get to know so many other creators and viewers who are interested in the same sort of books as me, in the same literature, and do have those same sort of ideas. Yeah, I love a lot of reference literature. I love a lot of writers on writing and things like that. So yeah, that's what I'm excited for in starting this YouTube channel. What books got me into reading? And I think this is such a weird question because for me, I can't pinpoint one or two books that got me into reading, because I read growing up and then I sort of fell off the wagon in high school. And then when I went to university and I was studying paramedicine, I sort of went to books in that realm. So I was reading a lot of medical novels and biographies of professionals in the medical profession. And then I slowly transitioned to, I was a very different person. So I was also reading a lot of self-help and things like that, which I wouldn't say I like at all now. I actually despise them. But then I sort of just picked up a few works of fiction and I started indulging, and I can't even remember, like, I think I read Call Me By Your Name and a lot of gay boy meets boy romance novels. I guess they're sort of the types of things that got me into reading, and I'm so grateful for that because I still, like, I love Call Me By Your Name and things like that. But yeah, that's definitely what transitioned me from reading like non-fiction to fiction, and then sort of led to this love for reading that I hold now. The next question on the list is challenges in Booktube that are hard to overcome, or what are you nervous about in this channel? I think formulating my ideas and expressing them in the way that I want to. I feel like I could ramble a bit too much. TikTok gives me like a really small period of time, whereas this gives me as long as I want. But I'm also excited for that. So I feel like maybe the fear that I won't express myself how other people do, and how well-spoken there are, how many well-spoken people there are on this platform with such amazing ideas, which I don't know if I have, but I don't know, maybe I'll bring something new to the table. When did I start reading. As I said before, like I sort of read during primary school. My mum's a massive reader, so she really fostered that love. And then high school, I feel like many people do. There's a lot of required reading, and I did that, but I didn't love reading. I did it because I had to. And then, yeah, I think I really started reading properly in like the second year of university. Yeah, so around like 2 or 3 years ago, I really got into reading. Where do I like to read? Honestly, I like to read anywhere. I love to read outside on the beach. I grew up on the beach. I still live by the beach. I love reading by the beach. But I also love just like sitting on the couch or on my bed with like a cup of coffee, some nice music, and just reading. And I love reading in cafes. I literally love reading anywhere. I feel like reading is great no matter where you do it. So yeah, I guess wherever the vibe, wherever the wind blows me, I love to read. What do I like to read? So as I said, like my taste has definitely been evolving as I grow, and especially since leaving university. But I don't know if I have a genre. I love contemporary fiction. I love fiction in general. But I also have been reading quite a lot of non-fiction. Some of my favorite authors are Patti Smith, Ocean Vuong, Douglas Stewart. Yeah, like I have so many favorite authors. I love Philippe Besson. I love a lot of translated literature. There's just so many things I love. I just filmed a book haul, so I guess I can show you some books I just bought, which I feel like really sum up my taste in literature. Yeah, and I love poetry as well, as I said. Some of my favorite poets, Ocean Vuong, Richard Sykin, they're some of the things I really like and enjoy. So yeah, it's hard to put a pinpoint on what you enjoy. I don't know if any of you have trouble with like summing up your taste, but maybe I have made a video on TikTok about summing up my taste in literature, so maybe I'll do that as well on here in a bit more depth. What do you want to read? I don't know. I feel like whatever I feel like reading. I've been trying to be more intuitive with what I read. I think last year I put a lot of pressure on myself to read certain books and read them quickly and keep up, and like, you know, whereas this year I really tried to sit with what I'm reading and think about it and indulge with intention. So I feel like I am a mood reader. I will just read whatever I am interested in at the time, much of which is influenced by Booktube especially. I wouldn't say TikTok influences me that much on what I read because it's a very different place. Maybe, yeah, it does. Actually, that's a lie. It does influence me, but I feel like my biggest influence is Booktube and what you guys are reading and what other creators are reading, because yeah, that's just what we do, I guess. What does my collection look like? I'm going to show you my book collection now. So yeah.
So here is what my bookshelf and my book collection looks like at the moment, although this is ever evolving. Here's a small pile of my like TBR that I bought yesterday, which I thought looked really cute there. And then at the top of my bookshelf, I sort of just have like general fiction. It's sort of just a mix. There's also a few non-fiction books in here, which I did see, but when the camera starts moving, you'll be able to see that. Yeah, so it's just a lot of fiction for multiple levels of the bookshelf. Move down here, we have just a cute little pile. I try to like mix it up a bit. I don't want the bookshelf to look too uniform. Then I have a painting I did and a plant to spice it up. Down here is like the end of my fiction into my classics, and then my poetry, and then the non-fiction that I really liked. I have my darling Patti Smith there, and a little drawing one of the little kids I know did for me. And then I have a few coffee table books. I also have that beautiful Jai tile, which I got as a gift from a friend. Some more TBR. My favourite coffee table books are just here. I got a Maplethorpe, a beautiful copy of Loving, and a feminist history book, which is beautiful. And then I have all my YA books down here, and I sort of just keep them down here because, you know, I don't really want to see them all the time. And then I have like just a few miscellaneous books. But yeah, that's what my book collection's looking like.
So yeah, that's my collection. It's ever evolving, it's ever changing. I'm growing as a person always, so I guess my bookshelf and my taste in literature will also evolve. But the last question is some booktubers and YouTubers I love and what got me into YouTube and booktube in general. So I will probably miss so many and I cannot fit them all in, but I'm just going to try and rattle off a few. My favorite booktuber and YouTuber of all time is Benjamin Journal or Ben Green. I love their videos, their vibe, their taste in literature, their lifestyle. I love it. Favorite ever. And they actually really inspired me to make a channel, because if my channel is half of what they've created, I can die happy. I also love Jack Edwards, of course, because Jack Edwards is what got me really into reading. He got me into Booktube and just opened up a whole can of worms for me. And the fact that we're mutuals now is so mind-boggling to me. TikTok is a crazy place. I love Dakota Warren because Dakota Warren is from the same town as me and has done so many things that I aspire to do. I love Sean McComb because he is incredibly funny. I love CJ Reeds. I love Biblio Sophie. I love Pato. I love one of my other favorite booktubers is the big book lady, Lauren Louise, who only just started her channel. Also another inspiration for me. I love her videos so much. I love Unkali. I love another just YouTuber in general. I love lifestyle vlogging, sort of Carrie's Rachel, Kate Brock, and Moa Mahini, which I probably messed up, butchered her name, but yeah. I love Haley Pham. There's so many recommendations. I could do a whole video on this, and I probably will. But yeah, that was the last question for the Newbie Booktube tag, I guess. And yeah, I'm so excited to be here. I'm excited to make videos. I don't know how often I'm going to make videos. I'm not going to put pressure on it. I work full time, so we'll just see. And yeah, that's everything about me that you sort of need to know for now, and I guess I'll share more along the way. But let me know if you have any videos you want to see. I don't know, leave them down in the downstairs area. But yeah, thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. Thanks. Toodaloo.